Hey y'all, it's Miss Talk to Me DMV, and I am back with a full moon in Virgo this Pisces season because I'm working on being consistent. Are y'all ready to hear what's happening in this lunation? If so, take a seat, check this video out, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, please. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. I really do. I do. And I got 19 subscribers. And my 19 subscribers, they really be looking at my videos. Shout out to the 19, okay? Come on. Shout out to the 19. Like, it's us. It's us. It's us. It don't need to be nobody else except for these 19, okay? It really be my clients, but it's okay. It's okay because y'all be wanting to know about this daggone new moon and full moon, and I'm here for it. Shout out to my 19. Just shout out to my 19. All right, y'all. Stay tuned. So we are at a full moon in Virgo this coming Monday, March 7th at 7:40 a.m. Okay, super early in the morning. We are going to get the moon at 100% to check the sky. On the East Coast, it's going to be 7:40 a.m. On the West Coast, okay, I got y'all, it's going to be 4:40 a.m. And the full moon will move into Virgo at that time, and simultaneously, maybe an hour later, Saturn, the planet of karma and lessons, enters Pisces at 8:35 a.m. Saturn will be leaving Aquarius. It has been there for the last 2 years, hence that's kind of when the pandemic started. So just, yeah. Discipline around our platonic friendships. Can we say how this pandemic made sure that we connected and checked in on those who are really important to us, right? The pandemic made sure we took time to check in, whether it was Zoom, it was FaceTime, it was our neighbors, it was the person across the street you may not like, but like, it's pandemic, everybody need to be checked up on kind of situation. That was Saturn in Aquarius starting at the beginning of 2020. So I'm just saying, Saturn is moving into Pisces, and Pisces is the zodiac sign about spirituality. So what kind of lessons, what kind of karma, what kind of discipline, what kind of structure, what kind of consistency do we need to have in our spiritual life? Okay? And I'll go over a little bit of spiritual self-care so y'all know exactly what spiritual self-care look like, because some people don't know that spirituality is one of the 5 areas of self-care. Okay, so we're gonna go over that. I'll probably do it in the next video, but Saturn will be moving into Pisces on March 7th at 8:40 a.m. So be prepared, because it's gonna be there for the next 2 years. Okay, so as always, I am referencing what books? The Moon Journal book, as well as my Moonology Diary 2023. Again, these are the 2 books I use to reference in terms of my meditation, my spiritual practice when it comes to the full and the new moon. Okay, so one of the things that are happening this month of March that I do want to highlight is 2 kind of major planetary goings on, if you will. So I talked about Saturn changing signs, going into the sign of Pisces on March 7th. But I did not talk about the planet Jupiter, which is the planet of good luck and good things, meeting a planetoid entity, which is called Chiron. Chiron is the planet of, or the planetoid of healing. And so it's the wounded warrior. It's connected to Jupiter because it used to be, what is that? The half man, half mammal, a centaur, I think it was. That's kind of the image of Jupiter. So it's the wounded healer, okay? So yeah, on March 12th, the planet of good luck and the planet of healing will meet together. They will create a lot of room and space for healing. You'll be more on the luckier side, if you will, to heal certain things that's going on in your life, depending on what house is being affected. When it comes to where Pisces is in your zodiac sign, you know, always look at your rising sign and your general sun sign to determine where that 12th house is landing for you. So don't always look at just your sun. Look at your rising to determine, hey, what's being affected. For me, Pisces is in my 6th house, which is Virgo. So full moon in Virgo, lucky me. In terms of my rising sign, my 12th house would just normally be Pisces versus Virgo. So my chart is like really flipped backwards, where Aries on the normal chart is where, not normal, Aries and just a chart that hasn't really been tampered with is the 1st house and rising of the zodiac. Mine is Libra, which is the very opposite of Aries. So the houses that will be affected this month for me will be, if I'm looking at the Aries, that just me being Aries, is going to be Pisces. And if I'm looking at me as a Libra, it's going to be Virgo. So these are the houses that are being affected, you know, in my chart based off of the Pisces season and zodiac sign that we're in. All right, so let's look at what we're encountering this full moon and kind of some of the things you can do to be in sync with this moon cycle. So for the full moon, we will be in Virgo, and it marks an expression of your intuitive and spiritual journey. Take stock of your progress in this moon cycle and over the past year, just not the past month. And really look to see if there's any room for growth and to take action on it. The full moon typically is not a time where you want to make a plan and create actionable items, but because of this full moon being in Virgo, we are in the 12th sign of the zodiac year, where everything we learn from Aries season on back to Pisces season is coming to an end right here. So it is time to take stock of what has happened over this year, and what changes may need to be made, and how to put those changes in action as you get prepared for this new year, new zodiac year. January is the new calendar year, but for the celestial skies, Aries is the new zodiac year. It begins the new zodiac year, okay? So now is the time to expand your mind. Pisces rules the spiritual. Virgo rules the practical. Make your spiritual growth highly practical through routines such as meditation and writing in your journal. I definitely try to find a way to make meditation practical for me, because of the way my life is set up with these little kids. So I am really being practical on where I can find meditation. I'm being practical on making sure I do these videos, what helps me to do the work, research, which then helps me so that I can bring it to other people. This has been somewhat of a routine for me, so I can be more practical in making sure I connect to my moonology practices, if you will. So don't get it twisted. After this, I am taking note and stock of what I'm providing to you, and I'm trying to do it for myself, okay? So spirituality, we've been working on it. It's been a little bit on fleek this month, but yeah. Anywho, I'm not about to sit up here and boast because I got a lot of work to do still, okay? So With this full moon taking place at the same time that Saturn moves into Pisces, being able to use the sign of Virgo, which is associated with alternative health as well, and thinking about what lessons you have learned about your health over this last year, even over the last few years. You know, COVID hit us pretty hard. Like, what are we doing about learning more about our health and alternative ways to address your health? Okay. What are some of the alternative health treatments that you've learned in the past few years? Think about how you can look after yourself better now and into the future. We also have Mars and Neptune clashing, which is going to kind of convolute where to put your energy. Now, if you know anything about Mars, this is all about courage and the ability to take action, your natural desires and aggressive drives. It's the sign that shows you how you go out and after your values, your survival. So Neptune is where your spiritual vision, your creative imagination, and psychic ability lead you beyond materiality. Glamour and illusions can be negative, and this is where you have your highest of idealism, which probably connects to spirituality, right? So when we come to this full moon, again, there may be some confusion because you have that Mars and Neptune clashing. So they may be in opposition or they may be square of each other, right? So you may struggle on finding where to put your energy. So in this full moon in Virgo, Saturn is moving away from Aquarius. And Saturn, although some people can be, you know, a little apprehensive about it because it can be discipline, lessons, karma, all of that. It also is a planet that, you know, is very powerful in making you stronger and making you more resilient. Don't get, you know, overwhelmed by the fact that Saturn will be coming into Pisces. Just become a little bit more disciplined about Saturn coming into Pisces around your spirituality. Be a little bit more disciplined around your structure in your health, how you operate and go about the bounds of life with that Virgo energy. So we got Saturn helping us to be disciplined with our spirituality. And now we have the full moon in Virgo, which is helping us to be connected to alternative health plans and structures, right? What lessons have you learned about your health? What lessons have you learned about alternative health treatments in the past few years? So think about COVID and how it's opened us up to a lot of different ways of taking care of our health. Talk about how you can look after yourself better now and in the future. Things to be mindful of is that we have a Mars and Neptune clash, so there may be an opposition or a square happening, and so this may convolute where you can channel your energy. So if you find that happening, some of the things that you can do is work on decluttering your home, decluttering a space that you work in, going out and volunteering to causes that, you know, are meaningful to you so that you can connect back with that sense of purpose. And you know, spirituality could be connected to volunteering and what you like to volunteer, what type of organizations you like to volunteer with, because it gives you a spiritual connection. It gives you meaning, right? Sort out issues with an upset friend. Make plans to eat more healthily and stick to it. Create and write out morning and evening routines. Again, stick to it. Balance your finances. Meditate daily. Clean out your fridge. These are all things that can help create some clarity in your life if you're feeling clouded because Mars and Neptune are clashing. But really about this month, it's really important to make a plan during this full moon to decide what in your life you need to release and to make space for around your spiritual pursuits. And although we don't make plans really on full moons, we're releasing, but we are also, you know, We got Saturn coming in that same day. That's discipline, that's structure. You got the full moon in Virgo, which is all about discipline, structure around your personal health and well-being overall, and balance in that way. You know, when you think about Virgo, I think about the Hermit card. It, you know, in tarot, it's all about going within and checking in on yourself. Is that intuitive connection to, you know, spirit, and making sure, you know, you understand where you're being, you know, spiritually led and guided towards, if you will. So that Virgo intuitive Hermit card in tarot, it pops up real strong. I connect with spirituality when I think about that card, because, you know, the Hermit is, you know, a teacher, it's a guide, it's a connected to spirituality. Listen, I didn't say it, the cards did. Anywho, yeah, it's a time to make you know, it's a time to create some structure around a plan on what you would like your spirituality or your spiritual life to look like in the next 2 years. Like, really focus on that, because you're going to have Saturn there for the next 2 years, and really look at how you want to create those new routines around spirituality, especially for the next 2 years, and see what happens. You know, with Virgo being there, it's a good opportunity to create long range plans. What houses will be affected in this new moon lunation? I'll always give you your houses. Aries is going to be the 6th house, Taurus the 5th house, Gemini the 4th house, Cancer the 3rd house, Leo the 2nd house, Virgo the 4th house, Libra the 12th house, Scorpio the 11th house, Sagittarius the 10th house, Capricorn the 9th house, Aquarius the 8th house, and Pisces the 7th house. I hope this was beneficial to you guys. I got to get ready for another session. I just want y'all to know, you know, the full moon every year on Tuesday. I hope you prepared. I'm getting myself prepared. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye.